All alone on a camping trip, you can't get service and your phone is dead. What do? From the deepest part of the woods to the middle of the desert, let's find out how terrifying it can be to be completely alone. I still hear the knocks sometimes, always in threes. Even now, years later, I refuse to camp, and I haven't spoken to Tom since. Not after what we saw crawl out of that stone circle. It was supposed to be one last wild weekend before real life caught up with us. Tom had landed a job in London. Jamie was heading to Canada, and I was just hoping to freeze time for a little longer. So we did what we always did when things got too heavy. We packed our gear and headed for the moors. Bleak, endless, and ancient, Dartmoor always felt like another world. You could hike for hours without seeing a soul, just mist clinging to the ground and those massive stone tors rising like frozen waves. The weather turned fast as we hiked in. We weren't stupid. We checked maps, planned a route, even left a rough itinerary with Tom's mom. The clear skies soured into gray, and the wind brought a strange stillness. No rustling in the brush, just the sound of our boots squelching in peat. No birdsong. Around late afternoon, we stumbled onto the stone circle. It wasn't marked on our map, just a ring of jagged waste, high stones half sunken in moss and earth, like crooked teeth biting into the hillside. It had no plaque, no trail marker, no signs of tourists or maintenance. We joked about druids and pagan sacrifices. Tom even did this mock chant, dancing around the stones with his arms up. Jamie laughed. I didn't waste. High stone circle? I don't know why, but the air around it felt heavier, thicker like sound. Didn't carry the same way. That's when the man showed up. He came out of the mist without warning, maybe older, dressed in thick waxed canvas with a crooked hat and a shotgun over his shoulder. Just passing through, planning to camp nearby, the man stepped closer. His eyes were bloodshot. Not here. His boots were caked in dried mud, and he moved like someone who knew every inch of this place. You boys shouldn't be here, he said, without any greeting. Tom tried to smooth things over. Men on the moors. Then he turned and disappeared into the mist without another word. I wanted to listen to him. I really did not near that. You hear me? Jamie glanced at the circle. It's just old rocks. No, the man said. It's a wound, and something bleeds through. That shut us up. He pointed to the northern ridge. 2 miles that way, you'll find a spot near the stream. Camp there. Not here. One man. But Tom was already unpacking. He's just trying to scare us off, he said. Wild campsite. Locals love that folklore crap. Jamie shrugged. We're here now, so we stayed. By nightfall, the fog had thickened, turning the landscape into a smothered dream. We pitched the tent 20 feet from the circle, close enough to see the stones silhouetted against the low clouds. We cooked canned chili on the stove, passed around whiskey, and talked about all the stupid things we'd survived together. They came from the side facing the circle. 3 more, slower this time. When we turned in, it was quiet. Too quiet. Sometime in the night I woke up. My watch read to 11 a.m. The tent was cold. The kind of cold that creeps into your bones, not from the air, but from something deeper, like the earth itself had gone dead. Then came the knocking. Jamie was already sitting up. It's not wind. That's a hand. 3 soft knocks against the nylon wall. Knock, knock, knock. I froze. Knock. ... We zipped the tent shut and sat in silence, huddled in our sleeping bags. Tom whispered, "What the hell is that?" And then came the knocks again, this time from behind us. I reached for my torch, but the batteries were dead. Of course they were. Tom's light flicked on, a weak beam barely cutting through the darkness. He unzipped the flap fast and stuck his head out. Oi, who's there? Nothing. Nothing. No wind, no rustle of grass, no movement. The stones sat there, dim outlines in the fog, but there were no footprints. The ground was soft. Damp. It should have shown prints, but there weren't any. That's when we heard the breathing. It was outside. Shallow, wheezing, like someone with fluid in their lungs. Jamie won't camp anymore, not even in his own backyard. And me, I've still got the tent. Knock, knock, knock. Jamie lost it. He started praying under his breath. Tom kept whispering, "It's someone messing with us." Right above where I was sleeping. It has to be, but I knew it wasn't. The final knock came from above, on the roof of the tent. Knock, knock, knock. Tom unzipped the top flap and pointed his light straight up. Nothing was there, but for a split second, I saw it, just beyond the circle. A figure crawling, no, slithering between the stones. It didn't move like anything human. It was low, pale, and long. Too many joints, not enough face. We didn't wait for morning. We packed up in record time and sprinted in the dark, guided only by our GPS and adrenaline. We reached the road by sunrise and never looked back. Tom refuses to talk about it. There's a tear in the roof that wasn't there before.